Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Brian Acosta. I'm a first year computational engineering major, and today we're going to be covering registration and how to's. And I know registration is a scary topic because there's so many things that you need to take into consideration, and it's important to your career and your futures. So today we're going to be showing you a lot of websites that are going to be useful in this process. And first of all, I'm going to show y'all is Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Brian Acosta. I'm my first year computational engineering major, and today I'm gonna be covering registration tips and how to's. And I know it's a scary and long process, but in the end, you have a lot of resources and there's a lot of websites that you can use, so you can make this process easier than the end it is. And first of all, I'm gonna show you a flowchart. So you can go to literally Google and look up UT flowchart aerospace. And of course, you're not like a aerospace, you look up like whatever your major is. But for the sake of the example, I looked up aerospace, and then you click on the second link, this one, and here it's gonna have down here it has the option for flowcharts. It has a link, and you click on it, and then you go right over here. You click on your major. And here you can see all the classes that you need to take to complete your major. And so what I recommend is going through your transcript and see what classes you've taken that you have credit for, and start off by crossing out the ones you already have, so you can see clearly which ones are the next ones that you need to take. And for example, you already have calculus 1 credit. It shows right here that the next one after that for a second semester is calculus 2, and that's already one class, so you can add to your list for the next registration. And then after this, after you have a more or less idea of what classes you need to take, you can look up on Google UT RIS, and here on the first link you click on registration information sheet. It's gonna ask you to log in, and then here you're gonna put submit for spring 2020 or whatever semester you're registering for, and you scroll down, and right over here it shows you what days you can log on to the registration website to register for your classes. And this is very important because every student has a select pool that you can only register during, and if you miss this time slot, you're gonna struggle a lot to get your classes. So this is very important. And then if you go back to the previous page before this, at the RS page, there's a link for course schedule, and this is where you can find all of the classes that you need to take. And so for example, we're looking for spring 2020 and find courses now, and here's a lot of ways that you can search up the classes that you might need. For example, we had said that you needed to take the calculus 2 course, so we're gonna go to mathematics, and we're gonna select lower division and find courses, and all of the calculus courses that are open are right here. And so as you can see, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of you need to take into consideration. So I mean, most importantly, obviously, is the time slots, because you're gonna take one class at the same time, and they cannot overlap at all. And so a good way to plan this out is to use this website. I'm opening up another tab to show you. It's UT registration plus, and you're gonna click on the first link, and right here where it says available on Chrome, you're gonna click on that. And if you're on your Google Chrome on your laptop, it's gonna say add to Chrome. And with this, it is easy to plan out, and it lets you. It's really easy to use, and you can add all the courses that you want to take, and it gives you options and it builds schedules for you. And that's just a really good visual to make sure that the schedule that you're planning is going to work out. And just basically, and it'll be easy to see if maybe you're taking too many back to back, so you're not realizing it. Like, of course, you need a break, or maybe the opposite. You have a lot of gaps and you want to close that up. Then maybe you're gonna want to switch out a few classes. But so that's that. And then another really important thing is this fourth column, the room. It shows the building, and this is very important because a lot of times classes will end up being back to back, and this is important because, as you know, UT is a very large campus, and if you get a class in the aerospace building and your next class in the Jester, that is more or less a 15-minute walk. So it's not a good idea to get back to back classes that far away. And you keep in mind that here it says that classes end, like, for example, this first calculus 2 class says that it ends at 10 a.m. But there's a 10-minute interval that gives you time to walk to class, so it actually ends at 9:50. So if you get it back to back, you're gonna have those 10 minutes walk to your next class. Even though here it says it ends at 10, it doesn't actually end at 10. And right over here, it shows the instructor. That's a really important part too. If you want to take the best professors, and there's this website that a lot of students like to use. It's called Rate My Professor, and you just look up UT or Rate My Professor, and that first link, and right here and the very top, search for a professor school, you can look up a professor. So for example, right here the first one is Separro, so you're gonna go right here, it didn't come out, so let's look up another one. It's gonna go okay. So look, okay, so right here is his examples, Bill Walensky, and right here it shows it has a lot of qualifications, like 100% would take again. So everyone who's rated him has said that he's a really good professor, that they would 100% enjoy his class. And the level of difficulty, it tells you some professors tend to be a lot more strict than others. And there's a lot of ratings and reviews that you can go through, and I recommend reading through some of these, because even though some people might not find this professors good, everyone has different learning styles and teaching styles. So reading through these reviews, you'll find out if maybe this professor is good for you. And it's a good idea to go through these if you're between two professors to take, because it really does make a difference in your grades and your future careers. And next, I wanted to show y'all, once y'all have all of those classes that you want to take, it is a great idea to go to someone with experience so they can overlook your decisions. And for example, right now, I'm gonna look up UT Aerospace Advising. So what you do here is you're gonna go to an advisor specific to your major, and that way they can give you advice on whether your plan is good or they have any feedback that will be important. So right here, this is the advisor for aerospace engineering, and it shows you where her office is and her name, and right here it shows you how you can set an appointment with her. You click that link. It's pretty easy. Just go through the whole process and you can schedule. And so once you schedule an appointment, it's a good idea. It's always a good idea to set an appointment with an advisor when you need advice on stuff like this, because they really know what they're talking about. They've been through hundreds, thousands of students, and they'll know whether or not maybe you're decided on too many difficult courses and it's gonna be really heavy on you. And not to say that you won't be able to do it, but maybe they'll be able to advise you, like, to tell you that it's gonna be too difficult and too much work on you and be too stressed, because it happens a lot. I know it's happened to me, and I know it can happen to anyone. And they can also give you advice on whether or not, like, oh, maybe this professor, they've heard rumors that it's not as good a professor. Just in general, it's a good idea to go to an advisor. And yeah, so lastly, I want to say that even though an advisor is gonna know a lot of the important stuff related to registration, it's always good to go to an upperclassman within your major and ask for advice, because they've been through footsteps and they're gonna know exactly what they should tell you. For example, another one of your peers, like an upperclassman, is gonna know actually firsthand whether a professor cares about their students or not, and that's good to know. And it's good to go to someone within your major who will give you genuine good advice, because as good as an advisor might be, there's no better advice than coming from someone who's already been through your path. Exactly. So that's pretty much it, y'all. And if there's any questions, y'all can let me know. But as of now, that's it. Thank you.